Top speedrunning productivity. So first things first, I have a question for you. This is a very deep question. Think about it carefully, or journal about this. This one is an important one. Would you 30 years later still be speeding through the task like it's a one-time thing? So, would you still be doing the things you're doing to a day-to-day? Would you still be speeding through them? Would you still be shooting out of bed doing this, doing this, doing this, doing this, and then at the evening doing this, doing this? Would you still do it like it's a competition? Yes, it is a business. And yes, it is competitive. And yes, you need to put effort into it in order to succeed. Because if you didn't need to put effort, and everyone who would do it would get the success and get what you want. But what's the most important thing of all is consistency. The guy who goes all out on YouTube but then quits half a year later. The guy who is slow every day but does it like for a year or for even 7 months, one more month than the other guy, is gonna win. So recently I got this from two sources. I learned that consistency is about the long run. That's one thing. But the second thing I learned and took into... you could say I learned and I tried to visualize different things. So I visualized, the speed of a car. Let's say you're going to 1 mile. And you're driving 110 kilometers per hour versus 100. The difference isn't actually that huge. The difference is very small. It's a couple of minutes. At max. Meaning, let's say you do the business really fast for 6 months and then you do the business 7 months. You're only winning like maybe 2 days out of 6 months if you do it very, very fast. You're like, this fast. 2 days you're winning. Barely. And even then, when it comes to this business, it's about like creativity, good ideas, and quality. So if you rush, maybe you do 2 days extra work in months time. Oh, but I recorded this many videos and this many videos and this many videos. But if you look back on it, it's like maybe a couple videos, they weren't even that good, and so it doesn't matter if I do these videos like pumping up like crazy, or if I do them slower. And then you realize that if you can keep consistency over months, literally, aka you're living the ideal life every day, then this business will be absolutely frictionless, like zero friction. You're like, oh, but I can do this for months, and you have been speedrunning for months, and keep doing what works for you. But if you're that guy who's like make a lot of videos and stop making videos, and make a lot of videos, stop making videos, you can just like, yeah, I make a lot of videos, and then you're like, yeah, but I'm not gonna quit. And then you come back maybe 2 days later when you, I don't know, you have worked really hard, you pumped up 30 videos or something, you need like a break or whatever, and take 2 days off, or maybe lower the production, maybe 1 video per day, or maybe 20 minutes of recording per morning or something. Lower the production, or maybe up it again when you need to later, right? You need to think of consistency as, would you still be doing this 5 years later? Would you still be doing this 10 years later? Because even if you're lucky shit on YouTube, in 5 years you have at least 10,000, 100,000 subscribers. You have at least a couple of sales. So in 5 years, it wouldn't be crazy for you to be at 100k, 10k, even with shit luck. Even with luck like me, I've done YouTube for like 3 years, but I have not been consistent. I've gone on and off for 6-7 months. So you can say I've only been consistent around 1.5 years. So I've got like some of the skills. So yeah, you could say I am 30% there to getting what I want here. So I'm gonna keep grinding until it's done. So I put a recording schedule like 4 videos per week where I can actually hold like always 4 videos. That's easy because there are days I can record 2-3 videos. That's like a week's worth of content in 1 day. There have been days that I've recorded 7 videos, I can do it. So how do you know what you want to do? Or how do you know... Yeah, how do you know what to do? So what I did was I experimented with things I enjoyed and different things. So I experimented with reading. I was gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a writer, right? I'm gonna be a YouTuber now, I'm gonna be a writer, I'm gonna be... It's kind of embarrassing, because I ended up going back to YouTube 2 times. So I was like, YouTube writing, oh no, something else, now I'm gonna be a whatever. Those are the 2 businesses I've gone on and off about. So I was like, oh, what if I combine it? What if I do a lot of videos, and then when I have like a lot of videos recorded, and then if I wanna do a book, and I'm saying if I get a really good idea, then I can sit down and get it out, right? If I want to. But there's no pressure to do a book, because I realized, yeah, like writing sometimes. Sometimes it's funner than recording, but not always. Recording is, as a baseline, more fun for me than writing a book, but writing a book can sometimes be very fun. So I was like, yeah, if I really get the urge to write a book and I have a good idea, then I can just sit down and write a book when that time comes. And if I have a good schedule, I can do that. 4 videos per week, I can do that. Maybe have 3-4 weeks in advance, then I can sit down a month and just get it done. Nothing stopping me. Because I have a lot of hours per day where I'm reading, so there is a little bit of mental capacity left in me, so I can put most of my time writing and then a video there and there, and I can still keep my schedule up while doing another project. So it's flexible. I can do this for a lot of years without breaking it. It's easy. I can record one video, literally 20 minutes of recording, and that can be a day's worth of work. And then I can maybe script a video, script one video, record one video. That's like on average. Sometimes I script more than 1, 2, 3 videos. Sometimes I record 1, 2, 3 videos. So what can I do in the long term? So would you still be speeding through it? Would you still be speeding through? There's like one video. Oh, you did it in 20 minutes. Will you still be speeding for another one? Let's do maximum. Can you keep that up for 30 years? Oh, no one can do that. Because there will be ebbs and flows. There will be days where you can't. So do something you can do almost every day. You know, do it so you can win. You can stack it up. You can make more progress. You can do, oh, now I can do 2 videos per day, 3 videos per day. But don't have this judgment if you only do 1. Because you're gonna be like, oh yeah, my goal is 1 video per day. If I do more than 1 video, that's fine. There were days I recorded 2, 3 videos when my goal was 4 videos per week, meaning literally scripting 1 video, recording 1 video on average per day on average. But some days I did recorded 2 videos, scripted 2 videos. I did like 2-3 days of work in 1 day. That's the average. Maybe there are days I script 10 videos and do more than average, you know, it happens. It has happened twice or thrice. This is a deep question. So how would my ideal day look like? So it would be like 6:20. So maybe 20 minutes after I woke up. It's currently 8:33. No, not 8:30, 6:33. So it's 6:30. I've started recording a video, so you could say 6:20 was when I started this video, 6:20 AM. So record for maybe 2 hours, or maybe 1 hour, like around that time. And then script for around an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then 10 to 12, read. Or take a long walk, and then go home, eat. And have a lunch that's around an hour. I don't like to rush, but I don't like when the lunch takes too long. I get sleep problems. The days I've been eating lunch for 3 hours because I had so much on my plate. And because I ate it slowly and because I did watch something at the same time. No, I want to eat in silence or with maybe a YouTube video, but honestly I want to eat it in silence. I can eat it fast. So around the hour of lunch. And then I maybe take a nap. Half an hour later, maybe I read something after I'm done eating dinner. My dinner's like 12 PM, bro. I'm not kidding. My dinner's at 12. If I don't eat my dinner then I feel shit the next day, basically. So my dinner's like 6 hours before lunch, for bedtime, 6-7 hours. Then I nap after like half an hour of reading after lunch, because I feel tired then. And that's like real rest. And now I have this newfound energy. I go to the library, maybe I read for 3-4 hours, and then I come on home, and then maybe if there's some time left, maybe I read, but honestly, I'm like looking at the time at the library. Okay, bedtime is in 45 minutes, then let's go home, and then it's 15 minutes, and then I go to bed. Maybe 19:15 instead of 30, and then that's my bedtime. Take a while to calm down. So now I nap, I sleep for like 10-11 hours, I have a lot of resting, and I walk, which is also kind of rest. So that's like my ideal day. A little bit of scripting and recording, like for 2-3 hours per day, recording and scripting, not that much work. 2-3 hours of work per day. That's not too much. And then the rest is like resting, lunch, reading, walking, thinking of ideas to get better videos, because I wanna rest my mind, and I wanna energize my mind as well. That's what my ideal day would look like, and how would it continue on the future. Like in the future, I would still want to sleep how many hours I want. I would still want to have a nap after lunch, because I feel tired every time. No matter what I eat, I still feel tired after a while after lunch. It is normal. Digestion is very energy consuming on the body. So I would still probably read something or another, maybe a fiction book, maybe a non-fiction book. I would still read something years later. Why would I stop reading? Let's say if I was into shows and stuff. Most of those shows have like source material, so even then, why would I go to the show when I can just read a good content if I like the book, you know? If I like the show or whatever, then I read the base source material, which is a book. Non-fiction books, I like learning stuff, and I really like those actionable books. Non-fiction books, a lot of them. And then maybe I would read picture books. It's kind of weird, but perhaps I would like reading those for a while, right? They're all reading, so even years later I would still read, so I put this habit in because it's a good habit, and it will replace my, my watching addiction and my other addictions, my vices. And I will read more, which is a good thing. So reading I will still do a lot later. I would still do this business, because this business is actually fun. I'm like in a flow state. My brain is like in the zone, focus mode. I don't have like 1,000 thoughts while I'm recording the video. It's kind of effortlessly flowing through my brain right now. I would still do recording, I would still do reading, I would still sleep. I would probably still take naps. So yeah, that's basically easy and how it is now. Right, so the second part here is as kind of a story here. So like before, I used to speedrun every morning. Like waking up, having an alarm, wake up you fucking pussy, right fucking now, 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Speed, 5 hours per morning. This military discipline. 3 a.m. wake up. This. Doesn't matter if you're well rested or not. This. Then I will go outside. Then I would have a quick run. I would have my this month journaling, this meditation, this 10 minutes of meditation, 10 push-ups, and then 3 shorts per morning, and this, and it would take 1.5 hours to do this morning routine, right? And then I would come in again from the house, and I would record a ton of videos. I would record, it was like 4 a.m. or something after I was done, 4 or 5 a.m. I would record until 7 a.m. I would record 2 hours, I would record 4 or 5 videos per day on average. But then I would keep going, I would be like in the evening, how can I make more progress? Oh, how can I do this? How can I do this? Oh, let's try this. How can I change? And I would ask different Reddit sites, and I would go into different forums. Oh, how can I change this? Should I do this in my routine? Should I do this? And I was artistically changing everything. It was a good experience. But then I started to change. I would ask myself these deep questions. Deep question, good. You think about something properly. You're taking it serious. You're this and this and that. I would think about it. I would ask myself deep questions. Oh, how can I make more progress? Maybe I should remove that. Oh, this. How can I? And then I would ask myself, oh, how can I make more progress? 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 And then nothing happened. I was posting a lot. I was posting consistently for weeks on end. I was doing really hard. I was doing really well. Yet nothing happened. There was a video there and there that did better than I expected. 30 views on this video, 45 views on this. Yet I had put in a lot of time. I had made an hour-and-a-half technology guide where you should detach from it. I have read 1 to 2 books for a single video. 1 to 2 books for a single video. And mind you, this took me like 3 days, 2-3 days, half a week to read 2 books while I was in school, on this topic. But I kept posting. Nothing happened. And I was having this speed, I was having this agitation. I was slowly losing myself. I was overstimulated. I was overstimulated. And I, as an autistic guy, when I am overstimulated, like, it is, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I could not ground myself. Even with my self-improvement habits, people say, oh, I ground myself with meditation, journaling, with gym, with this. I did all that. I did every self-improvement habit. I was consistent. I didn't know minutes of doing bad things for weeks. So I was doing everything for weeks. Oh, dopamine detox, it takes a couple of weeks. I did everything for weeks. I did everything absolutely perfectly to a T. And yet, I could not ground myself. I was liking some part of the progress. I was liking the videos I can do. I was liking my workout. I was liking everything. But I felt terrible. Because the sleep I had was bad. My mental health was shit. I was looking at technology too many hours because I was too many hours doing videos. I was scripting for hours. Looking at the screen too many hours. And I was overstimulated. I, as an autistic guy, I am so sensitive to these things. More than other people. More than most people. I was so sensitive to this. So, what do you think I ended up? I ended up in a rut. Because I could never calm myself down. Because when I am overstimulated, I lose like control. And I am so sensitive to this. You might just relate this, but I was so fucking sensitive. Like, just a couple of seconds of me looking at a screen would just agitate me, would just make me mad. I was just like, I got mad when I read inside at a computer. But then when I was reading outside, I was like, calm. I was like agitated. I hadn't seen the sun for a couple hours. Hell, I hadn't seen the sun at all in weeks because I was waking up 3 a.m. and then I was in my room and the whole day working on something and another, and no social interaction, nothing. I literally removed everything. Because I thought I would make more progress. When in reality I was on the brink of destruction. Especially for sensitive autistic me. It was a very good learning experience, but I found myself in a rut all the time. And when I was in a rut, I did not hold back. It was 5 rounds of Fapathon. It was every single snack. I filled two of these things here. Full of like snacks. I have cleaned it now, but it was like two whole closets or whatever, full with different snacks. Ice cream, bread, cookies of some kind, soda bottles, everything. It was an absolute glutton. 6,000, 7,000 calories until I was full on sugar. Imagine being full on candy. Full, you can't eat more candy or else you just crack. You fucking... like, not feeling satiated, feeling so full that you cannot put anything else in your stomach. Like 7,000 calories of candy, like a kilo, 2 kilograms of candy, like full on crazy mode. And then a bunch of drinks as well, about 6,000-7,000 calories or something. It was insane. I gained a couple of pounds, but then of course I lost them really quickly. I've never had struggling with weight. I don't understand who does. I've never had a difficult time. But I found myself in huge fucking ruts. And then I found myself in a hole where I could never climb up. It took me like 5-6 months. Yeah. You saw my last video on this channel, that was me. And then I came back here a couple of days ago. It took me like 6 months to get back. 6 months. Of course, it was probably because I found myself in a rut and I couldn't get back easily because I had a bad mindset and so on, but still, I felt like drained for months. It fucking killed me. That's just my experience. And then, these were usually time also when I went this hard, was the time I also changed business model. I'm like, I'm gonna work 10 hours a day, I'm gonna be this productive, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna... speedrun productive, I'm gonna speedrun everything. And then I changed business model. Oh, it didn't work, it's so slow. What about something else? Oops, the people who blew up on the first video, and then I made a different niche, and a different niche, and then after my first, it's gonna be so well. I'm gonna upload every chapter to this Royal Road over there, because I like reading things there. Now let's be an offer there, and a couple, and then it gets really popular. Repeat this whole process. Repeat it. Really hard. Ask myself deep question. Is this really right for me? Is this really right for me? Get into a rut because I could never fucking slow down. I did not know how to rest. I took no naps. I didn't even sleep for a day. Now I sleep 11 hours plus nap. Before I slept like 6 hours without a nap. So I halved my sleep resting time. Then, halved. I didn't see the sun at all. So my health started taking a huge hit. No sunlight. Not enough sleep. I was feeling terrible. And then led me to a rut. Because no progress and I felt like shit, I can't keep doing this. And then change business model and change niche and then repeat. I'm just changing page here. And then I got a real realization after this. It took me a long time, but I got a realization. Most things actually takes a lot of time. Your business won't like get this success overnight. Yes, I know, but I know there are people who had made their first video, but then they might have prior experience in some other area, they might be TikTok pros or whatever, and they made the first YouTube videos, or they might just be incredibly lucky, but that's the small percentage. Do not count on it. Don't be like, oh, my first video is gonna get 1 million views. there has been instances in history since the platform released that has happened with no prior experience. It has happened. But they have some kind of skill beforehand, or they were just insanely fucking lucky. Very, very lucky. But you should have expectations that are normal. And your first video is gonna fucking suck. It's gonna suck ass. My first video a couple days ago, my first video in months, sucked ass. This video here does not suck ass, but it's not my best video either. This is like a mid video. I like the topics I discuss, but my speaking is not there. My speaking are not there. My hand gestures aren't where they used to be. My facial expressions aren't where they used to be. My energy is not perfect. You know, everything is not perfect, yet I am showing up because this is my work. And this is the work I chose, this is the pain I chose. And this is what I like to do. So I will keep going. I will keep going. This business model I chose, YouTube, take a while. I haven't seen success. I've done this for like a year. More than a year. No success. 50 views. But I'm not stopping because most other people there got 50 views and they stop because they're like, "Mom, 50 views. This, I must try another business model." I'm like, I'm not trying another business model because this business model is the life. The money, yeah, sure, I would like the money, but I chose this business model because I can do this consistently later on. So I won't have to fucking retire as quickly as possible because I choose something I wanna do. So if I just keep doing this, even though I see no success, it's gonna work eventually. It might take 5-10 years if I'm a real moron, but I'm still being here. I have another job so I can make money in the meantime, but I'm gonna keep doing this, and when this does well consistently for months, then I can quit everything else and go full time on this. But you don't even need more than an hour. That's a funny thing. You can work a 9 to 5. Maybe it's soul crushing. It's not good. Oh, you're a rat. You're a rat. Yeah. I don't like it. I'm not saying I like it. But what I am saying is that an hour or two a day before work or whatever, in the morning before work, is enough to still keep growing. So I can still keep growing even though I have other things in my life. But right now I am free. I have my free routine until I get my job, and it's gonna take a month or two because I'm about to take the driving license. Then I'm gonna go job hunting again, and so I might have this routine for another month or so. Right? But everything takes time. You know, the mental health, the meditation aspect. Oh, meditation. When will I get the results? Or when I get the mental health? When I get really happy? When I It's gonna take some time. When will I get really good at speaking? Well, when will my business be really, really big? When will this be really good? It takes time. It's a skill to speak very well. It's a skill to make good videos. It's a skill to grow your business. A skill to I don't know, focus for a long time. To focus on your work. Meditation walks where you focus, meditating while walking. It takes time to get all these aspects. How to get back my inner child. It takes some time. You need to remove everything that saps every energy, and then with full energy rejuvenate your soul with nothing that's draining it again, and you will eventually get it back. You know, maybe spend more time in nature, spend more time walking outside, see the sun, and less time indoors and detached from the thing that you don't like doing, the 9 to 5 job, the sitting inside for too long. So, the lesson I want to tell myself, if I would tell my younger self, stop changing skills all the time. When you change business model, when you change, I'm gonna be a writer. Now, the writing skill you have to be really good at. Oh, now you go back to YouTube. Now you're rusty. Now you need to level up your speaking skill again. Writing skills, speaking skills, writing skills, speaking skills, talking head skills, PowerPoint speaking video style skills. You're changing skills when skills is the thing that takes long. This takes so long. Why would you make it take even longer? It takes like 5-10 years. Now you're making it take 20-30 if ever happens. You will never get success if you keep changing everything. It might take 5 years consistently on one thing, but then you do 5-10 things. Oh, I'm gonna do this biz now, this biz now. It might take double or more the time. might take 10 years or more if you keep doing that way. Because it takes 4 years for me and I've got like nowhere because I've changed business model, I've been in massive ruts, I've done this. Because I've never asked myself, what can I actually fucking do for more than 2 weeks? If I can only do it for 2 weeks and then fall off, maybe that's the problem. Things takes a lot of time, so if you can't do something for more than 2-3 weeks on end, then there lies the problem. Right? So speed became the fucking constraint. I had no rest for my brain. I was like, action, 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 action. It was a good mindset because I was sitting there doing nothing, but then I took too much action. Yes, I took too much action. I was doing a lot of videos, writing another scripting video, script more videos, more recording videos, more. And then no rest. It was like evening time, was like, oh, let's do more videos. And then I got now low sleep, and then I had this fucking schedule, this. When in reality, it's like, yeah, do my work when I wake up, then take long walks and read, basically. So now it's like recording, scripting, take long walks, lunch, resting, reading, or maybe more videos. That's like my whole day, and then I sleep for a bunch of hours and then repeat. Same schedule every single day, even on weekends. That's mine now. But it's not, yeah, it's still discipline, and you could say it's still military discipline, but there's only 2 to 3 things, so there's a lot of freedom in certain blocks now. This was like before, this was like, I had this schedule thing before. Yeah, it works kind of, but honestly, it kind of fucked me up as well. It was too stressful, too much for me, I had no rest. I did all this, and I was like, oh, this hours of sleep. I had no, it wasn't enough for me. I didn't have enough rest. I needed more grounding habits for me, and grounding, the only thing that honestly could ground me is fucking napping, bro. When I feel agitated, when I feel mad, I was like, just take a nap, bro. I was like, oh, you feel tired, you have no energy, you're like, oh, it's late, oh, but take a nap. Or if you can't take a nap, read. If you can't read, then maybe watch a YouTube video, walking, whatever. Just take, but honestly, just take a nap after lunch, bro. You're like, you have this bad energy, this destructive, like, I'm gonna fab, I'm gonna eat junk food, I'm gonna be like, but just nap, bro. You're just tired, bro. You're just exhausted. Just take a nap, bro. And I had no time for rest, so my energy was so low. I was like running on the last fume of energy. I was like surviving, but barely. I didn't have the new perspective, the shower thoughts, the amazing revolutionary ideas, the curing cancer with 9 hours of sleep. No, I was almost like a robot for those last few weeks. The personal touch almost disappeared entirely. And honestly, I would say this video were bad. The speaking skills were much worse than before. Everything was much worse. And also, I have yet to find a way. I've yet to find a way to rush or choose to be creative, rushing the shower thoughts. The only time I actually get my good ideas is actually when I'm not thinking about it, or when I'm thinking about it in an environment where I can actually calm down. These places are, well, sometimes before bed for some weird reason, but honestly, I just ignore them because I want to sleep then. But when I am taking long walks, for hour walks or 2 hours walks, whatever, that is when I stop thinking about anything, and maybe I do meditation for like half an hour while walking. Focus on my breath, and then I was like, taking a break, let my brain flow. Let my brain wander or whatever, just walk without thinking or anything. And then there come shower thoughts, or there come like creative ideas when I'm walking. Or then I started thinking about, oh, YouTube, okay. And then I think for a long time, 15 minutes, 30 minutes maybe when I'm walking, and then, oh, this idea. Then I think of something. And it's like, oh yeah, speed is the problem. You're trying to do this work, when in reality you literally needed time away from your computer to get the next step in your business, you know, the next video idea, the next good course idea, the next advice you wanted to give, instead of just ba 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 ba. So when I do nothing, when I maybe walk, when I think of nothing, when I'm not even either I am thinking about it when I'm walking, or when I'm like in a shower or whatever, or it's when I do nothing. I just get random ideas that hits hard sometimes. So there is no way I managed to rush it. Besides walking, but walking is natural. It's when it's like a kind of it's what we humans are supposed to do. We like it's like a mental rest for the brain. It's like exactly what the brain needs. Some walking, some napping. It's what the brain likes. So stop speedrunning and changing your routine all the time. That's also another problem. You're changing your routine. I'm work out at this time. I'm gonna record at this time now. I'm gonna read at this time. I'm gonna do this time, this time. Just do one routine for weeks and months on end, and if you can do that so long, it will come very natural and automatic. You won't have to think about it because it will be on autopilot. Your whole fucking day will be the same. If it's literally the same every day, it will be so much easier, right? If you stop changing your routine, if you stop changing your business, if you stop changing all this time, if you just stay put, be consistent, make a routine that you actually can stay consistent. I don't care if it's the best routine or the worst routine. Do a routine that you can stay consistent. And for me, yes, I can be consistently making a video per day. I can consistently read for maybe 1 hour or half an hour per day. I can consistently see the sun every single day. Even if it's winter, even if it's dark, I can still see the sun. I can consistently sleep every day, because sleeping is something I do. I can consistently nap if I have the time, right? I can consistently do all these things I have in my schedule. I can become consistent because I want to be consistent because I put the thing in I actually want to do. So consistency is easy when it's things you want to do. And I want to read, I want to sleep a lot, I want to record these videos, that's what I want to do. I want to take walks sometimes, not always, sometimes. So just keep doing that thing and you will become good at that one thing. You're consistent on one thing, you will be good at this one thing. So you'll be good at YouTube if you just consistently do YouTube. You'll be good at reading if you just keep reading. You'll be good at all these things if you just do the thing. That's why consistency over time is what you need.